Hi, everybody. I wanted to just show you guys some just meal planning tips, and I want to show you some tools that we have within our group that I don't know if you're using or if you even know how to access. So I'm going to share my screen and go through this couple minutes, and that way you guys can get the most out of our group and all the tools that Team Inspire and me as your coach provide you guys with. So I'm going to share my screen really quick. So let's go to our group. So here is, let's go to Facebook really quick because I'm in the wrong place. Okay, so now let's go to 2015. So this is everybody's group that we're all in together, right? Here we are. So now if you're looking at the group mostly through a mobile device, you have to click on this image to have access to these different tabs. So whenever I refer to things being in files or photos, you can see them here, photos and files. And if you're on your phone, you first have to click the banner and then you'll get access to files and photos. Sorry, I just had a sneezing attack 2 seconds ago. Anyway, so if you go into files right here, you'll see this 1200 calorie clickable meal planner doc, right? We have these for all the different categories. I'm just going to use this one. You download it. I just did that. So, I have it obviously, but you can't, if you do it through preview, you could just see what it looks like, but it's not going to work. So you have to download it. Then you go and, however your computer works. For me, I'll go into downloads and then I'll go to right here, the clickable doc. That's what I just downloaded so that I know that it works. So the way that you would meal plan is you would just unclick all these categories, right? And then you fill these in as you go. So for instance, right, for breakfast, you're like, okay, I'm going to have Shakeology with strawberries and spinach, for instance, right? So Shakeology would be one red, which was one protein. Strawberries would be a purple, and spinach would be a green. So you use that, right? That's that. Those categories with that meal. So now let's say you know that you're going to have for lunch on Monday, you already know that you're going to have leftovers from whatever you cooked on Sunday, right? So say you're going to have turkey meatballs, because that's usually what my leftovers are, with, quinoa pasta. Okay? So now turkey meatballs would be a protein, quinoa pasta would be a carb. So you just have to make sure you're, obviously when you're eating it, that you're only measuring out the proper amounts. The quinoa pasta you would put in a yellow container, and that would equal one yellow. If you did it 2 yellows worth of it, it would count for 2 yellows. Obviously that's up to you how you want to distribute it. But let's say you're going to have 1 yellow of that, and you're going to have, your however many meatballs equals 4 ounces for your red container, right? Now you also know for dinner that night that you want to have whatever. Let's see, you're going to have shrimp with green beans and whatever. Let's say brown rice, just making this up, right? So you would have 1 yellow of brown rice, 1 red for your shrimp, and your green beans would be a veggie, right? So now left over to fill in, let's take this out. I don't usually have anything after dinner. Obviously, you can do this however you want. So let's say now you have a protein. I like to have hard-boiled eggs. So let's say hard-boiled eggs for this snack because you have that left. So you'd cross that off now. And you also have a purple. So you can have hard-boiled eggs and half an apple. And you have teaspoons left. So let's say with PB, right? So you can use a teaspoon for that, an apple there. Beautiful. Now for your snack, you have a blue left, you have a green left, you have an orange left. So let's say you're going to have for your snack a green, so you can have red pepper with hummus. So you would have your red pepper as a vegetable, and then your hummus would be your blue, right? So you'd fill up your little blue container with hummus, and you would slice as many, I think you get a whole entire red pepper for a green. So you can have a whole red pepper and eat it with your hummus. There, now you have orange left over, which is like seeds or dressing, and you can add that somewhere if you want, or you could leave it. It's no big deal. This is how I go through and do all of my meal planning. It becomes pretty easy because what I do that helps a lot with making things easy is, which I'm sure you've noticed if you've been in this group for a while, I just copy my dinner and make it my lunch every single day. So I always just make enough for dinner and lunch to be enough portions to make two, however many people are eating dinner, and I always have enough to pack my husband and I lunch the next day. I almost always have the same exact shake every day. So that stays there. The lunch is just a given from whatever was dinner. And then I always have my meals planned for the, for dinner. So let's say this day will be turkey burger with sweet potato fries and broccoli. Let's just say, right? That's what we're going to choose for that. And a lot of the times I also do the same snacks. Like I'll make a batch of the cashew and oat hotcakes and I'll have those, I'll have those all week, or I always make hard-boiled eggs and have those all week. But let's just go through this, right? So Shakeology is a red, spinach is a green, banana is a purple, almond butter would be a teaspoon. Shrimp with green beans. So let's say shrimp is here, green beans, and brown rice. And now I'm going to have turkey burger, which is a red, sweet potato would be a yellow, and broccoli would be a green. So now I just take what's left and fill it in. A lot of the times for me, I won't have this carb at dinner because I'd rather have my carb as a snack. So I'll take away this and then I'll have the cashew and oat hot cakes. So that would be a yellow and a purple because it's with blueberries, right? With blueberries. And then here I'll have my hard-boiled eggs. And if I have, whatever, I'll have hummus with whatever veggies. If there's a reason that I want to have extra veggies, really, I'm not strict with that and I'll have them anyway. But if I wanted to, I could just take the spinach out of my shake and then use the peppers later. So anyway, that's how I go through all of our meal planning. And then I just save it, and I save it as a PDF so that it's not clickable once I do it for that week. I don't want it to be, so I just save it like this and I change it to the format to a PDF. This way, like I said, you can't I can't change it or accidentally click something. It's already all laid out for me for the whole week. I print it, I leave one copy in my kitchen, I take a picture of it, I have one copy in my phone, so I always know what I'm eating and when. I hope that this helps you guys and makes it a little easier and shows you how to do it yourself if the meal plan that I'm making isn't something that you're interested in and that you don't really like. This tool here is really awesome, and it's not like a Beachbody tool. It's a tool that one of the coaches in our team created. So we're really lucky to have these extra things that make it easy for us. And I really want you guys all to use them because I do think it makes a difference in your success if you use them or not. So if you have questions about anything, obviously, feel free to ask me. I'm happy to help always. And let me know if this helps you guys. I hope it does. Have a good day.